Boker Tov. Good morning. We continue with the 3-minute daily dose of Torah. Last we were studying about Yitzchak and his experiences with the Philistines. He just finally just gets away from them. It's constant. They are challenge everything that he does, every well he digs, his father's wells, they stuff. When he digs, they challenge and they claim to, and he finally gets away, far enough away, and he digs a well and they don't bother him. So he figures he's in a safe zone. And he names the place Rechovot, not apparently near the place modern day Rechovot, but that's what you have. And then God appears to him and seems to reiterate to him his receiving of the treaty and covenantal bond with Hashem. And when that's over, he offers he builds an altar, calls out the name of God, and then they have more success there in digging another well. And at that point, Avimelech and an entourage come to him from Gerar. They come to him, and Yitzchak correctly says, "Madua bata melai, why'd you come to me? Atem senetem oti," in a very bitter response. You hate me. Why are you here? Why do you show up with an entourage? You sent me off, right? You don't want me. Why are you here? And they say, well, we saw that God's with you, and let there be a nice treaty between us, and an understanding of a treaty. That's bottom line. It's a treaty. And what does a treaty entail? You should be cursed, because it's not allowed. It's actually a curse in a treaty. The curse should fall on you if you do any evil to us. We didn't do it. We didn't touch you. Remember, we only did good by you. Not true. We're pretty awful to him, but they didn't cause him harm in the earlier mess. And we sent you out in peace. So you now should be blessed of God. And of course, the presumption of the treaty is we won't do bad by you either. So and they have a feast and they eat and they drink, and that's how it works. They take a shvuah. Rashi presumes that they came now because they see that he's got allies, that he could come and attack them, and they're anxious about them because he's Nasi Elohim, and so now he's nervous. So Ramban says, not exactly that. I don't think he had a reason to fear that Yitzchak was going to come and attack him. And Abraham had made the promises that he made, and that presumably that treaty should continue. Abraham had a treaty with Avimelech, so why the need for any of this? And the answer, he says, is because that treaty was abrogated by Avimelech, and once it's abrogated, the non-violence treaty they had, so we abrogated it by not treating you well. Not going to admit it, but they do. They know that. So now we're afraid that you're gonna feel free to cause us harm. And now that you are stronger, we're worried. So that's how things work in life, right? You have treaties until the treaty doesn't serve your needs, and you are more powerful, and so you abrogate your treaty. And then fates change, and suddenly you desperately could use the protections of the treaty, but you've abrogated it. So in this case, let's just go ahead and make a new one. And Yitzchak is not interested in troubles, and he would rather be at peace with people. And so he does this. This is how it works with nation states. It's also how we work with people around us sometimes, people who are supposedly friends, not friends, and they're with us, and they're against us, and with us. And so we got to make decisions ourselves all the time. Is it worth it to us to try to be in hostilities, or just let it close up and move on in life? That's generally, for most people, that don't matter that much. But it would be helpful not to have him, on top of us. It's worth just making things calm and going on the important things in life. Wishing you all a great day, a peaceful one, and a happy Thanksgiving.